Hi guys, let's crochet together this checkered pattern foam pouch, a very fast and easy project that you can finish up in an hour or so. If this is a kind of project that you are interested in, let me know in the comments down below so I can make other projects using this viral pattern. So let's get started. For this project I will use 100% mercerized cotton in green and cream and a 2mm hook. For all the materials I have used, links are in the description box. I will start with a chain of 23 stitches. Once you have all the chain stitches, pick the green yarn as well. And now we work over it, as we need to use both colors to make the checkered pattern. To start the first row, skip one chain, insert the hook at the second chain from the hook, keep the yarn, the green yarn, in place as I'm showing you, and crochet a single crochet. Continue crocheting a single crochet on the next stitch as well, with a green yarn under. Keep crocheting all the stitches one by one with single crochet until you have 22 stitches in total. This is how your work is going to look like at the back, and you can pull the yarn if you need to, just not that much. Once all the 22 stitches are done, at the last stitch where you have crocheted the 22nd stitch, add 2 more stitches. So in total at the last stitch we have 3 single crochet in 1 stitch. This is how your work is going to look like. Now we are going to continue crocheting on the other side of the chain stitches that we made. Crochet 1 single crochet on each stitch on the other side. Make sure that each stitch corresponds to a stitch on the first side. At the end of the second side, you will have 21 stitches. In total, from the beginning, you will have 21 stitches for the first side, 3 stitches increases, 21 stitches for the second side. Now find some space between the first stitch and the last stitch and crochet there 3 single crochet. So at the end of the first round, you will have in total 48 stitches. Now we start the second round. Crochet 3 chain stitches, which count as a stitch. Then crochet 5 more double crochet stitches. At the last double crochet, leave the last 2 loops without closing with the white color. At the last 2 loops of the 6th double crochet, we close with green color. Then with green color, crochet 6 double crochet. Leaving the last 2 loops of the last double crochet without closing with green. The last 2 loops close with white. Then continue crocheting 6 double crochet stitches with white and keep repeating this pattern all around. 6 white double crochet, then 6 green double crochet, making sure the last 2 loops are always closed with the next coming color of the pattern. In total, you will have 48 double crochet stitches where 8 sections are white and 8 are green. This is how your work will look like at the end of the second round. Then close the last 2 green loops with white and then insert the hook at the third chain of the first stitch of the round. Making sure we work over the green color, and slip stitch. You can see your work cupping, so this is the direction that we are going to work now. Then we start the third round. Crochet 3 chain stitches, which count as a stitch, and keep crocheting another 5 double crochet with white color. Remember to close the last 2 loops of the last double crochet with green. Then just repeat the same pattern of the previous round, where we have 6 green double crochet, crochet again 6 green double crochet, and where we have 6 white double crochet, keep crocheting 6 white double crochet. Keep in mind to close the last 2 loops of the last double crochet with the next color of the pattern. Once you finish the third round, you will see the full checkered pattern. To close the third round, first close all the double crochet stitches with green. Insert the hook at the third chain of the first stitch of the round and slip stitch. Now we switch the colors. Where we previously worked with white, now we switch to green, and vice versa for the green. So the pattern will follow 3 chain stitches, which count as a stitch, then 5 double crochet stitches with green. Closing the last 2 loops of the last double crochet with white. Then crochet 6 double crochet with white, and continue this pattern until the end of the round. Then repeat the same pattern of the 4th round for the 5th round. At the end of the 5th round, you will see how the checkered pattern will look like once we switch the colors places. Keep repeating the pattern, 6 green double crochet, 6 white double crochet, switching position of colors every 2 rounds. For an iPhone size, I ended up repeating the 2-row pattern 7 times, of course switching places of green and white. In total, I made 1 single crochet row with white for the base and 14 double crochet rounds for the checkered pattern. At the end of the last round, I closed the last double crochet with a slip stitch at the first stitch of the round. Then I make 1 more chain to keep things in place and fasten off both yarns. Tying them and hiding the ends. Now on to the crossbody strap. I used some soft polyester cord that I had in my stash from a hardware store, and I just worked over this cord to cover it with single crochet stitches. I used the same yarn, white and green, that I used previously for the purse. I started with tangling the end of the white yarn and crocheting a single crochet with it. The beginning of it is a bit tricky, but then once the first stitches are in place, it gets very easy, I promise. At a certain point, I inserted also the green color, since I wanted to switch to green to match the checkered pattern of the purse, but this is totally optional, of course. You can use just 1 color if you like so. I kept crocheting about 15 to 20 stitches with white, and then I switched to green and made the same amount of stitches as with white. I kept repeating this pattern, switching colors until I had the desired length of the strap. Then I pulled some yarn at the last stitch. I did fasten off the yarn that I was crocheting with, and I did cut off the cord and the yarn underneath. Then with some glue, some fabric glue, I glued both ends of the strap so the stitches will stay in place. Once the ends of the strap were dry, at the side of the purse I selected one green stitch and one white stitch. That's the place where we will insert one end of the strap. I did pull to one white and try to match it with the white section of the other side. So once I glued them, both white parts will camouflage the gluing. And then I did the same for the other side, so let me show you how it looks like once all the gluing and drying is done. And here it is. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more patterns like this one. So I will see you on my next one. Tschüss!